Okay, well, we're back at the Erard, and thankfully, uh, Mr. Rubenstein got back to me and informed me that these lugs are in fact massive bolts, and I feel a little silly now that I'm looking at the engineering that I didn't figure it out, but well, it's not like I didn't put a wrench on these and try and turn them. It's just they're so incredibly tight, and I can't be able to budge them. Let's see if I can get that sit on there without an extension. And it is takes oh, it's all I got to do it. If I can get this to move again. Ooh. This one's tough. The other ones weren't quite this tough, but I think I'm going to lose my snap on here before it's over. And, well, I'm not going to film this embarrassing procedure, but as you can see, it is turning. And that's what they're like when they're out. So, thank God there's only 4 of them. And thanks for everybody who offered suggestions. I still haven't got the thing out of the far corner yet, but that might be a little easier after I get this thing loose. So, I'll let you know. Thanks for all your help. Well, it's out. Thank you to everybody who gave me options, and it was the information that the lugs on the plate were not lugs on the plate, but massive bolts through the plate. I've seen some pretty heavy bolts in piano, but these are really quite something. And as showed, they do sink very deep into the inner rim. And they were tough to get out. They are tight in their sockets. It's interesting to note that unlike rim bolts on an American piano, um, these aren't quite the same thing. These have a machine screw thread, so theoretically it should grab all along its way. There's a good bit of, I don't know if it's corrosion or something they put in the hole when they first turned them in, or just reaction with the wood. But as you can see, the threads are pretty full up, so they were tough to get out. They were tough to get out. I haven't tried turning one back in, but we'll give that a wait. here at the plate, noticed one interesting detail. Let's see, where's the... Okay, here's the hole for the number 1 lug. They are, dimpled 1 through 4. And when I put this back in, there's actually a very precision fit. This hasn't any slop in it at all. It's not a friction fit. I don't have to force anything. But that is a nice solid socket. So there's a nice, clean, efficient transfer of strains between the plate and these extra, reinforcings, because after all, the faces this way. The brace does press into this, so no, it's really precision fit. And this did come out fairly simply once it was loose. Just had to lift it a little bit. Oh! And started at the tail, and I just lifted it, and it just sort of lifted out off of these lugs here. The most interesting detail is these, I don't know which one to call them, platens, washers. If there's a better word, I'd love to know it. But these regulate the height of the front of the plate compared to the rim. But it was just a matter of lifting the plate up off of these, and as it lifted up, it just sort of slipped out. There is a channel of about maybe 1 millimeter deep, just enough to cause a problem, but and there's your centuries worth of accumulation. So next thing is to clean this up and try and do a nice enough job that I don't dirty up those fractures. I don't want to get too much dirt in the cracks, but things got to get cleaned up. So anyway, thanks for bearing with me. Well, this was the other half of my conundrum, and I was unable to get this out without the plate interfering. And now that the plate's out of the way, I can see that there's a bit of a keyway. See, I wasn't looking at it deeply enough. It seems to go farther east, as it were, than I thought, and I've got to get that little plug out of the way. So yeah, again, oh, what a goose I am. See if this will work. Come on, lay down. threaded these in a desperate attempt to get this thing out. I figured it was probably minimally invasive. Oh, God. Well, there it is. Solid block. Set into the wall here. Have to clean this all up. But here it is, solid block, and it's set in with a little key. So may this never bedevil anybody again.